Welcome to the Canny stream. Yorion Phoenix is upon us. And we should be ready to battle. We have all the tools, but more of them, and we have pieces on top of Picklock Prankster. And that's it. One-landers can be scary, but with two cantrips, I think we're good. Opponent sees Yorion and thinks, is Canister playing enigmatic or something like that? Nope. Dead wrong you were. Otawara pass could be Lotus Field or could be a mirror. Most likely a Lotus Field deck. So Yorion is just a vanilla flying 4/5 here. I see that you're incapable of actually inspecting the deck list and seeing for yourself that it is not the case. You can blink Proft's Eidetic memory to draw an extra card. Or untap our Phoenixes so that they get Vigilance. It resets Artist Talent, yeah, a card that you would really love to reset. I'll probably find a second res later. Probably don't need it. I probably will find a better target for my spell piece during the game. Maybe villain is looking for a land. I did lead on Otawara, which suggests a low land count hand, but... Hello Canister, I have arrived from your seat. I remain unconvinced that this is better than putting an oracle in your sideboard, but I am eager to see how this goes. Is good, my friend. I have another free FA, which punishes me slightly for not holding up the spell pierce, but I'm a man of my own... Like, I'll choose my own fate, and I want to draw my action cards myself. Unfortunately, no card to follow up my Ledger Shredder, except for Picklock. Which maybe... I see Fable and Somless, it's not worth it. I didn't like Fable and Phoenix whenever I played it, so... In fact, not worth it. I think discarding Axe, little interest in the Axe. And now my opponent is going to Axe my Shredder and cast two cantrips, reanimating two Phoenixes. Wow, petty theft on my Ledger Shredder. Love to see that. Seems like they're afraid of the Shredder, so we can connive. I would like to connive away land, but given the petty theft that, let's get rid of the impulse. Milled two pranksters, but still hit a second card with my pieces thanks to Jwari disruption padding my land count, giga-based. That said, Fable is not a bad card, so it's not gonna be too bad to play. Although I do think Fable is much weaker in decks that don't have good creatures to copy. What is the idea of running Phoenix with 80 cards? It's simple. There's just so many, holy shit, 3 Phoenixes. There's just so many Phoenix cards and it's so hard to fit them into a 60 card deck, so the only thing that's left to do is to Yorionize. Was Galvanic Pieces not better? What did I play? Pieces. No, I prefer to play the Ledger Shredder. Seeing that they bounced it on my turn, that seemed much better. That said, I discarded my axe earlier and I'm kind of suffering for that now. Not that the axe would have actually stopped my opponent now. Demilich. Not what we are looking for. Opt. If I mill enough Phoenixes, we can survive. They did discard a Fiery Impulse, which is a pretty bad signal, but if I mill 2 Phoenixes... My pieces just didn't appear for a brief moment. I was scared. I milled 1 Phoenix, which puts me dead to a removal spell, which they have 100% of times. Sad. Seems like the strategy of casting the Consider early in the game while holding Spell Pierce didn't really pan out, so to speak. But let's not worry, we have a bigger deck, so we have more cards. Such as Negates and Disputes, which I'll replace my Impulses with. And I think that's all I do. Axe to kill Shredders and Torch to kill Phoenixes. 2 Borrowers, they don't seem great, but probably semi useful to have. No Anger, no more Brazils, no Crackling Drake. Submit. Drake are bad. Some people love to bring in Drake in the Phoenix Mirror. I'm not one of those people, and in fact I always fail to understand the reasoning for that. Sokenzan, not at its best in this hand. Can we make an official Yorion cast count on stream? For now it's 0. But it would be unfair. I think Yorion Grab is a more relevant stat, given that most of the times I will be ditching it to my artist talent. Let's pick Treasure Cruise. Realistically, Zerg, there is no point in doing that because it's gonna stay at 0. But just for you. We don't actually want to always yield. Kurwa, czemu nie mogę jednego edukować, drugiego nie, no. Dobra, pierdolę to. Uj, będzie tak. Yorion grabs 0. Alright, we go. Have I used the turkey fact line on any other people recently? I don't know what's the turkey fact. So I guess the answer, in all honesty, would be no. It's not about turkeys, bro, it's about vultures. Holy shit. How could you get it so wrong? But no, that happened in the past year. And I hadn't been an active user of that since. We're gonna dig through time now. Hopefully find a lightning axe. I believe I can fuel the cruise and see. Let's take lightning axe and maybe Galvanic Iteration to assemble the turns combo. We can discard the iteration. Or maybe just pieces. Let's take the combo. With talent in play, the pieces don't really do anything. Profts might be better than iteration. Perhaps. I understand that you might believe that. Iteration makes for a nice card to discard to my axe though. Most of which I otherwise want to keep. So I guess in that sense we were in a little bit of a pickle. Don't need to cast Cruise yet into Pierce or anything else. We could just reanimate the Phoenixes and attack. GeoGuessr on your Bumble match is probably a lot easier since you know what city they are in. True, but many people, or even most people, often include photographs from vacation or stuff where they were away and not from their daily life. Wow, not letting me loot. What a mistake. If I draw an untapped land, we can take extra turns. I guess otherwise I can still take an extra turn, which is probably good enough. Sounds quite good in fact. Risking lethal by discarding Phoenix. I had 3 spells in my hand, so well, one of them was in my graveyard, so I guess I was risking dealing lethal to my opponent with the chance rate being 100%. A nie, bo mi zabrakło tego Phoenixa w grobie. No to masz rację, Ardosik. It's good. A more guaranteed way to lethal would have been to just have lethal. I would rather double ancestral recall while killing them. +1, brother. Giga agreed. Profts. That's too much, man. Holy guacamole, well, top decking pieces of the puzzle is great, especially after they go blank. It is a unwieldy card. Maybe I'll say Torch over Cruise. Probably not. Well, maybe. There's already a free companion for Phoenix. That would be true if my list includes 7 cards that are Giganta incompatible, so... Free your mileage might vary with how free that freeness is. Promise a land drop. My hand is unwieldy, so I'll Picklock and I guess miss. If you just play 60 good ones, it's free. Char, I promise you Yorion Phoenix, so we're playing Yorion Phoenix. Mask off, I'm not actually of the opinion that it's the optimal way to build this deck. In fact, it likely is not. That said, Giganta is not free at all. Stormcarved Coast. Consider. Maybe pick up a Phoenix for my axe, but... Demilich seems troll. I'm playing 80 cards, I need an extra... I need a 5th Phoenix, so... Basically had no choice. Co ty kurwa, Srasiok? Co za chłop, nie? Fortunately we have 80 cards in our deck, so... We won't get milled. Well, that's 2 Phoenixes in their graveyard, just freshly milled for the Ashok, so... Spinning my torch didn't pan out at all. The Hanger of the Gods, no zajebiste karty znajdujesz, kurwa ziomeczku. Frajerze. Niemiłe słowa, no niemiłe to jest przeciwnik mój. On zaczął. What a coward. At least the Ashok is buying me many life points. Opponent plays right into our own Anger of the Gods. Even worse, I don't have one. I'll play Storm Artist's Talent to try to set up for the next turn. Since they are playing the waiting game. And next turn I can axe, discard Phoenix, cast spells. They free the Fae. Does that matter to me? Perhaps? I don't want to discard anything. So I could discard Trespass. Which is I think a good decision short term. A big graveyard I probably will use. Ashok. This time they milled me. Curious. They played the Crackling Drake. Ja pierdolę, nie za typ. Let's counter the Crackling Drake. Negate them odbił. Sure. How many counters do we put? One. Curious decisions on my opponent's side of the battlefield, perhaps, but let's draw a. I want to treasure cruise. I want negate or just pieces. Pieces. No time to cast pieces, I guess. Why did I grab the pieces then, you might ask? Oh, I don't know, I'll say. Did I cast 3 spells? I'm pretty sure I did, so. I want my torch towers now, I guess. It's what I'm looking for. Casting 3 spells is not easy. Save the life because I think it's more to me than the picklock. Point just straight went to combat instantly. Does that mean under Ashok? Okay. Need Yorion to block opposing phoenixes. Bro, that's genius. Do I want 2 pieces now? Probably actually not. It's hard to make the decisions. Don't have any land. Sure, let's keep the Brazils. Attack Ashok. And I pass it there and we can torch a Phoenix. Dota. Can also use torch tower to torch the Ashok. Not anymore. So I have 18 cards in my deck. Proft has been mailed. We have to be somewhat careful with how do we use Artist Talent from now on, but besides that... There's still a second Phoenix in my deck, right? Free the Fae. Every Fae is a... dangerous monster with Profts. Okay, let's not be casting pieces as it does cost me so much deck space. Deck size. Chooses nothing but mills 2 phoenixes, so it's hardly a miss. Holy guacamole. Casts Anger of the Gods, killing his own phoenix. I guess making my Shredder unable to block. Or rather, I don't want to block, yeah, I don't want to block. Only 2 attack. I don't understand some of the choices. Guess blocking with the Phoenix is free, relatively. Yorion to hand incoming. Not really sure if that's what I'll do. All of the other plays seem better. Your move, villain, as we have 8 cards in the deck. So if we weren't playing Yorion, I would have died already. So, you know, I'm not grabbing Yorion, but the Yorion is saving me. Maybe we should play 100 cards. Maybe you're just onto something. Maybe we just should. 1000 cards Phoenix. Soon. Alright, no more looting with the talent. We have 6 cards and I might be forced to connive. Holy shit, 2 cruises in 1 turn. Oh, I guess they will put 7 counters on this Phoenix, so they have a way to remove my Picklock. They actually can kill me. Seems like their way to remove it is to attack into it. Spell of West even in Pioneer? I don't know, actually. Red cast 2 negates this game already, right? But I guess I still want to petty theft this. Canister returns Arclight Phoenix to its owner's hand with petty theft. Bros, if my first match with Yorion Phoenix ends in the king, that's crazy. Seems like it is going to end in the king. Come on, Cassie Cruz. Bro hacking Cassie Cruz. What? Villain has 2 cards in the deck. Do they know that? It's going to try to kill. How kill when 2 cards in deck and I will kill. Could have kicked the artist talent so it wouldn't annoy me anymore. Last time to grab Yorion. Still no time. Still using all my mana. Alright, is there a spell? Are there spells in my bottom 2 cards? I think he can force mill and the Shadow Resolve first. I have 2 cards. Active player, non-active player. It triggers shatters on their turns we lose if both 0 cards in cemetery. Right, I have a card in my deck. Guess if villain activates Shredder now and then they activate Shredder. I see what you mean, yeah. They didn't cast anything, so now they draw. And then I win. Well, like if they cast 2 spells on my turn that neither of which drew a card, then it would have worked well for them, because then I would have connived and then they upkeep cast 2 spells that don't draw a card again and then I connive first. That makes it easier. Like, it doesn't really help, it's the same. Like, we had a guaranteed win because theirs would resolve first, right? But well, let's not use artist talent. Chat, Yorion Phoenix, winning the mirror, opponent 0 cards in the deck, my deck 1 card exactly. Paid off in a big way. Villain, questionable sideboarding and play decisions. But holy guacamole. Because just talent draws your deck easily. So it's just important to have action in your deck. So that's a problem with running 4 talents. So blue-eyed control or something like that. True Hero always plays like control decks or slow decks. Probably would rather hit a land and cast a Picklock. Talent is a May. Well, that's what I mean, that playing 4 is just like a deck space issue and not a you actually will deck issue. I heard it explained that the card is insane turn 2, the card is a mediocre top deck, and the card is fine to have multiples of in play. Yeah, like drawing multiples is not bad, like that's not bad for sure. But it is bad that if all of your decks, all of your deck space is committed to cards that just cantrip, then you end up having nothing to cantrip to. And it is an issue. I think. A small one. But like I would kind of feel better if I had a few more big cards in my deck to catch my drift. Thassa's Oracle? Sure. I mean, that's crude, but technically fair. I think Drake is kind of like my idea. The card I'll play in the challenge is sideboard Slickshot Show Off, because that's like a way to convert little mana into a lot of damage. So little mana into a lot of action. Why not having it main? Like decking is not really an issue, you should win most of the time. It's a bit of an issue. Lifelinker.
He's a phenomenal control player.
I guess I don't want to attack then. Since Sprite Dragon back there. Fairy for Picklock. Holy shit. Being a fairy for Picklock is kinda real. I did not think about that. Like I was trying to combo off in one turn, but I guess Sprite Dragon might actually be better in what I want to get out of it. Thank you for pointing that out, Xerkuva. I did like that you can suspend show off. Bro just countered my everything. Tap 3 mana sorcery speed. Am I casting pieces? Or grabbing Yorion? This is spirits? Like actual spirit creatures, and they have wedding announcement? What an odd choice. Main deck. I guess it's not an odd choice, but somehow I did not expect the spirit type monsters to actually be in the deck. Need to get my second spell into my graveyard before this resolves. I think calling wedding announcement a good card in the context of Pioneer is quite ambitious, is it? I'm used to it being a good card. Maybe it no longer should be considered as one. But I didn't know. I think I cast 2 cruises. Cast removal, pieces, cruise, cantrip axe. The upside of Sprite Dragon is that it costs probably 50 cents and not $15. So Zerkuva giga-based on your part. Slickshot is better, but it's not a fairy. Let's board in Bacon Bolt. Brazils. Disputes. Sweepers. Removal. And Drakes. No Dorat. How did I only manage to fit a single copy of Profts? Happens. I think we can cut the combo. Can trim Dig to not be weak to Graveyard Hate. And Demilich. So all the funky one-offs. Spell Pierce against my opponent's deck doesn't seem so bad. Probably gonna reduce pieces, and I guess Bacon Bolt looks not good. I guess pieces actually is really bad against what my opponent's deck is doing. Annul for Reap and Wedding. I think I would rather have Spell Pierce for that and then cry once my opponent has 5 mana. Exchanged Uncle an axe for an axe. Nothing changed basically. Bro is rattling my chains. Enduring Innocence. Give me a mountain. Similar, I guess. Bro's Enduring Innocence is so good, except that if your opponent plays a Torch to Tower in their deck, it's pathetic. Both the white one and the blue one draw cards. Had lost my Phoenix, okay. It's very convenient. Cat lost. I mean, I guess it's kind of risky. And then we cruise. Most telegraph, no more lies. No, but I had to be lucky to have it. Actually. Don't get it. Alright, now I don't have enough torture towers and I take it back. The villain's cards are not so pathetic anymore. They're actually kind of scary. No play. What's in your hand? P-hole? I like my cards. No more Lias. Okay. Yeah, no more Lias, my earlier plays. We just drew it. P-hole. Brotherhood's End is gonna free my cards now, which is nice. Artist Talent 1. I counter. Wandering Emperor. Sure. I want to attack into Emperor? Not really. Not at all, actually. It's crazy that people play decks without Treasure Cruise. I think it's not that crazy, but a bit maybe. Alright, Enduring Innocence drowning me in card advantage. Does villain have another Wandering Emperor? Kinda played as if they did. Crackling Drake is actually so bad with talent because you never want to commit for mana, and like you're not top decking with talent in the deck all that often. Realistically. It's worse than Proft, it's worse than the 2-mana creatures too, which you can actually deploy. I like this is why I at first thought of Slickshot. But I included Crackling Drakes in the Yorion deck because I knew that I will need to have cards that I can blink with Yorion to justify my Yorion. Guess villain does draw 2 cards now. Which is not nothing. Still kind of less than my entire cruise business. Wedding announcement. I'm saving the counter for my turn. It's probably a bad way to spend my mana, but it has 20 power, it's so much. Yorion Phoenix. That's a combo I never expected. Understandably so. Oh, that's a good one. Whoops, I failed to discard. I got confused by the UI briefly. In that case, -1 Phoenix. The best decks are the most unexpected ones. Sure. Well, I guess this is a variation of a deck rather than a deck, so it's really not that unexpected. A Ganjo. A Ganjo. A Ganjo. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-dum. Boom, boom, boom. Yorion Phoenix, easy 2-0-2-1. But it's pretty ugly how it works with Picklock. I like how it's unrecurable. So it's kind of not pretty either. Because it feels like, you know, be committing into that. Companion, Giganta. Let's save it for conniving. Oh, Acererak? Alright. So like I could see somewhat unironically playing just 60 few cards. If that means skipping a few extra things in a deck, that's a slugger combo. What makes you think so? It looks like the Acererak deck we played the other day. So far. Which contained no Slogurk, but Gwenna and Acererak. And Atraxa. And Kinnan, which they're playing right now. So it's literally that. Is it dangerous to let my opponent tap with stuff? Brona, Kinnan. Need Relic Acererak in hand. So I do get plenty of loots. Holy guacamole, pieces is unwieldy. Kind of forces you in those spots. I forgot how it is to play with that card. I mean, Relic Acererak, it's not even enough, right? To kill me. Also, it would take them 16 minutes to combo off, so what's the big deal? What they pick up with? They picked up Atraxa, right? Oh no, they are arc glitching. We are slightly popping off next turn. Hopefully. Opponent's deck needs Gwenna to combo. They can actually combo in a few different ways, but I guess Gwenna or Relic of Legends is always necessary. And with Relic you need a bit more stuff. I think we lead by Sleight of Handing. Kill Dork. Drew remove a spell, nice. If I kill Rana then. I think their position seems to be kind of bad. Their deck should play Moxamber in it with Kinnan. Like that would actually give them some blowout potential. Acererak the Arclight, Mind Throw. I won't remove her. This seems worse than it does in Alloran. I think their deck is pretty strong, actually, from what I've played with it. It's just unplayable on Magic Online. It might be worse than Alloran, but I think Alloran is not a great deck, so I guess comparatively it might be better. That said, they are getting spanked, so... They made an energy-based Alloran type, Velan MH3. They sure did. Sweeper. Brazen Borrower. That's what I want. Pieces seems dangerous to tap out for. Dispute. Pierce. Not really. It's a company deck. You can pierce them, but they also can have lots of mana if Cannon. Seems easy for Pierce not to hit. Do they also have the artifact? They do, yeah. But again, like, it also ramps and it's kind of hard to get with Pierce. Pieces seems weak, honestly. I guess so we're gonna be cutting that. Keep. Play Morgan to 5 again. Let's hit the Elf. How much removal do I have in my Giga Phoenix? 10 plus the Spikefield. I have not played with the Artist Talent Lotus deck yet. Next week, Monday and Tuesday, I'll play the Lotus Field deck with Artist Talent and the Rakdos Demon deck. Today, I'm playing the challenge of Phoenix and maybe on a land. And I guess, yeah, Phoenix. 300 subs, this means 24-hour stream. No, that means a week-long subathon, chat. Soon. Probably not. I thought about it, but it seems pretty hard to carve out a week where you just sit at your computer and that's like all you are allowed to do. Seems pretty impossible to live like that. What do you mean? I do that every week. Literally me. Well, but you also have to go out to cube with your buddies and you have to spend time with your friends and with your girlfriend if you have one, or partner otherwise. Or you have to, you know, do other stuff. Go make groceries. Do groceries rather than make them. Vacuum the house because the cats shed so much hair every day. Hydra land. I should have started with Artist Talent, but I really wanted to return the Phoenix. Recently I started going to the gym too. There is a group of amongst my buddies who we're also playing Magic cards with, who routinely go to the gym to build muscles. I went with them a few times, it was pretty fun. So I couldn't do that either. Dump the GF and the friends, order the groceries to be delivered at home, get a Roomba to vacuum the house. I did have a off-brand, knockoff brand Roomba, and it was terrible, honestly. I was curious too. 10 hours a day. Can just do whatever you want. Holy shit. I thought I'm tied to the chair and I can't. I guess you can make up your rules. So my fucking shock deals 2 damage. What am I supposed to do with my opponent's 3 toughness creature? Is that true, hero? Thank you for the raid. Sack Artist Talent. It's too good. I can't sack it. Well, I could. But I don't want to. We need to run Fountain Port to enable Torch Tower. Do we? Now that's a removal spell.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Finally, the Phoenix comes back to attack my opponent. Too bad you can't sack the Phoenix with Torch, shall be based. Hi Canister, what are your thoughts on the black version of Enigmatic Incarnation? I didn't like it when I played it. The black cards seemed worse than the red cards. So it seemed like splashing to make your deck worse. I guess it's not splashing, you're just exchanging a color. What I did like was the 6-drops. The black 6-drops were pretty neat. Both Vein Reaper, Noxious Gearhulk, and even Croxy and Kuronos. Pretty okay stuff. Also, Lauren, thank you for even more gifted subs. But one more thing about Black Incarnation decks. Some people are happy to play Nowhere to Run, but then you think about it and it's just Omen of the Forge type shit. And I'm not happy playing Omen of the Forge. Did they do anything? Did they grab Giganta? Oh, they played Relic of Legends. Okay. Push is better than Torch though? No, I disagree. Not in a deck that doesn't trigger Revolt. Like maybe true as a general statement, but I think we'll win with no profs involved. Because there's no way to trigger Revolt in your deck whatsoever, except for when you have Incarnation going. So it's just really tough to actually... Like it's just 2 mana kills small monster. 1 mana kills small monster. Until the end of this stream, I will gift a sub every time you cast Yorion. Not just grab, but actually cast Yorion. Let's hope Villain doesn't scoop too fast. Did I like the Blue Overlord? The Blue Overlord is okay, but it's kind of irrelevant of whether you splash red or black, or like what are your base colors. The terrible thing about the Blue Overlord though is that it requires double splashing for a 3 mana card, and it's just kind of impossible to have a reasonable mana then with less than 15 Triumphs and 4 Nihilious Presence. If you want to support both the Blue Overlord and the Green Overlord. And if you'll just lay your deck out, it ends up so that... Wait, that's a loop? No, that's not a loop. This Canaan Relic bugged, shouldn't give 2 mana. It gives only 1 mana, it is not a bug. It's a pretty awkward rules interaction. But you're tapping a permanent for mana, only if your activating mana ability of that permanent includes the tap symbol. Do we scoop the loop? They don't have the loop, chat. This doesn't have the tap symbol, it just says tap, which doesn't count as tapping for some reason. For me, Cavern put in a lot of work helping to cast the blue plus green Overlord. That's fine, but that's like a breeding pool for you, for your deck. Like, I know that Cavern is a blue-green source. You still don't get to the requisite amount of sources. So you will still have not enough sources in your deck. Also, the Black Overlord, I think it's just also pretty unplayable because blind you have 40% to actually hit anything with it. It's kind of insane. Which dungeon they ventured in? The Fandelver. Lost Mines. Lost Mine of Fandelver. They went Scry, treasure token. I think they drained. Drew. Like, I thought the avatar is okay. The black avatar is okay, but then I actually read the ability on the card and it says that you can rebuy a non-avatar card from your graveyard, and it's just, you don't have many. Alright, Artist Talent, you're going to finally be useful. Another one. I think you can skip it this game. Yeah, like that doesn't do anything is like a big issue. It becomes okay in the late game. But on turn 2 it's a only like setup for enigmatic type play. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like I'm going to be grabbing a Yorion because I was afraid that my opponent is going to combo off somehow. If you 5-0, are you locking this deck for Lelum? No, but what I will do is I'll take my perfect Phoenix deck for the challenge. And since I just struggled how to fit the extra cards, I'll just fit them like this. It's like Fable is not actually a good spell, it's more of a opt. And I build Yorion Phoenix. Well, I'm playing with it right now, so I guess I put back Profts. No time so early. Giganta, so probably pathway on red. No nie wiem, kto tam napisał, ale ktoś na czacie powiedział, żebym zrobił Yoriona, no to zrobiłem. When Artist Talent Lotus, Monday. I don't think I'm casting 2 spells next turn. This means that I hit a land more often, but this doesn't. Cancel torch after he loses to Greasefang. I'll just win to Greasefang. Anyways. Artisan plus Spikefield. It is tempting. The ability to deal 3 damage with your pink spell is incredible. Rona, to jest ten sam deck. I ditch Shredder. Don't want to ditch Cruise. Grab Torch. Doesn't matter which I grab, I guess I'd have to discard it to kill the Rona. Do I have to kill the Rona? Because I can PS a relic too. Will you force him to click through the full combo if it comes to that? I played with Acererak against Barczek a few days ago and he scooped, so I think it would be seen by him as an unkind move if I force him to click. Is this the best Phoenix deck? No, it is closer to being the worst Phoenix deck, but Yorion is big. A Ganjo. My list wasn't playing that. New card. Honest Runstein. Five gifted if you make him click. Bro. Okay, this is playing white. Best bet in Lil. Tempting offers. No mana for pranksters when I have all of that and I want to hit a land. Wow, no land, crazy. Alright, it's too tempting to not to cast Demilich when we have an opportunity, so company away. Entirely restructured. No, my Demilich. Am I playing the challenge? Yes. I am. This is not a company deck, probably if it's playing entirely restructured, so. It seems to struggle to find phoenixes. Bro, I literally have one in my graveyard. Stop being funny. Also, Demilich is my 5th phoenix, so watch me cast it from my graveyard for free. I had to get a phoenix on top of that. Well, also, and if Kumano says Shimano, then does that imply that it's the only scenario in which Shimano is ever being said? Not really. Am I hard during testing? Not the first to ask the question. Holy shit, alright. A beer, 5 gifted, and the choice of the premium bed. The problem is that my opponent is playing a different combo. And like you're also assuming that I will not win simply. I could end up with a dick time in my deck, in my hand, but green mana off of Nissa. Demilich looking solid. NGL. Kind of owning Barczek's random monsters deck. Do I think Demilich saw more play than it should have for being a D&D monster? Not really. If anything, it's seen less play. Too little play. Let's cut pieces on the basis of sucking us. And let's add Abrade in case of my opponent trying to do things to me, and let's add beacon bolts to beacon them. Chandra, hope it's bacon. Holy shit, I forgot about that. That was really funny. Does Demilich see like a spider or like a normal person? Probably not at all. No, the Shivan Reef. How do spiders see? You can only guess, but they have compound eyes. I thought it was more so insects than spiders, but I guess spiders too. Got the Yorion grabs countered though. Yep, and I did not even forget to alter it. Not once. Oh, play Ashok Pink. Slugurk. My impulse is gone. Can I elaborate on the choice to play 80 cards Yorion Phoenix? So yesterday I said, damn, it's so hard to fit all the cards I want to fit into my Phoenix deck. To which chat said, Yorion Phoenix? Question mark, question mark, question mark? As a joke. To which I said, sure, and now we're here. Like possibly trespass next turn. Hitting a land would be good. Actually, this got an opt. See? It's kinda adventurous, but it's gonna work out just fine. Or will it? Now I do need to draw a cantrip. Oh no, Elias will core Sadistic Pilgrim. See? Ashok so good. What is going on with opponent's deck? Not much. One spell short. Maybe I could have discarded an extra spell to play Demilich too. No nie, Otawara mi zagrał. To jest dramat. And Chad, I started with no graveyard. 0 cards in my graveyard this turn. Artist talent is so good. Titania, Voice of Gay. Whenever one or more cards, land cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere, you gain 2. That's crazy. Update. Until the end of the stream, I will gift a sub every time you grab Yorion. Unfortunately, Barchuk's cooked before I could have just grabbed it. But yeah, 0 grabs of Yorion so far. 4-0 though. Yeah, you have to bring your best. Shall I try on? Am I going to Prague? Eventually, yes. I'm qualified for the RC. I will possibly go to the Eternal Weekend to discards Fetal Push. Okay. Tomorrow? What's happening in Prague tomorrow? Big RCQ. In that case, I'm not going. I already have my RC qualifications. Should I play Talent or the Shredder? Alright, chat. Heads, Shredder. Okay. Remember that we're playing 80 cards and Yorion, so we are heavily incentivized to... Is this the Greasefang deck? We're heavily incentivized to Yorion my opponent at some point. Dawaj, Parheliony 2. Well, I try to play for the Mox leaderboard. Yeah, I'll play the qualifiers during the weekend. Not tying much hope into the Popper one. Rise of the Moth, I see. What's your Popper deck of choice? Bro, I don't know. Currently, there is no deck like that. I guess Picklock. No 1-mana spell. Green Black Gardens, maybe. You love the deck. Mono Red Joblins. Pros are gonna just keep naming random decks forever now. Maybe I could have bounced the Shaman. I've watched Olsen play a bit of the Black Red Baron deck, and it kinda makes sense as a deck, and it's somewhat aggressive. So maybe that. I don't know, that deck is good though. Phyrexian Flesh Gorger. Oh, I see. Real human being. Phyrexian Flesh Gorger is black. True statement. I should discard Peacock. Holy shit. Holy shit. They get Delirium. Holy shit. Well, Mardu scam. It's from the new Faithless Looting. It really is. The card is giga good. It's charming. What do we need to draw to get out of this? Probably many phoenixes. Because I can't bounce the flash gorge, I need to kill it. I need removal. All I get is pieces of the puzzle. Getting lightning axe. That's not good enough, right? Because their creature has menace. And I can either kill Reflection or FOMO now and both kill me. Maybe they just won't though. Maybe they won't copy pre-combat. That's my hope. Firex Flash Gorger. Incredible card. Opponent's deck seems potentially weak to those effects. Spell Pierce maybe not, but Annul, yes. Destroy Artifact. I think Angers are actually gonna be pretty bad. And Borrow Brazils interact with their monster. Seems like Torture Tower is weak, doesn't hit enough. Maybe we can cut pieces of the puzzle for some other cards on the basis of pieces being bad. Maybe Phoenix should play FOMO because after all, it discards Phoenix, huh? And then you attack with your Phoenix twice. You know, just some food for thought. Not saying that you absolutely should, but you could. Zavai Dryom. Dryom Savide. Didn't see Sokenzan at first and was so confused by the keep. Same. Vanishing Verse, bro. Gives you a draw for Proft's counters as well. Does it re-trigger Profts? Let's read Profts. Beginning of combat. So I guess it does. Doesn't it? What if you had an effect that would say at the beginning of combat, you get an extra combat step or phase, whichever it is. You would just, with FOMO, you could just keep repeating that. Sounds good. Overlord the Mistmoors. I guess you can blink that too. As well. Big Shredder. Whoa, 6 counters. Tracking that in paper might be an issue. Is big Picklock not better? Well, Shredder seems like a better creature, right? Yeah, I get that it can incentivize to kill, but like I have artist talent, so I'll just have stuff to do with my mana forever, so I don't think I'm running out of that. Hmm. Whoops, sometimes risking it with the lens and then not hitting. Probably leveling was a really bad idea in hindsight. I definitely shouldn't have done that. I kinda time walked myself. What I could have done instead was not level it and then just start with a Picklock. But I ended up being like short to cruise with the Phoenix, which was a mistake. Then like I could have... Oh no, I wasn't. It was one cheaper. Of course. Because I leveled it, so that... Oh, so I just missed that. It is got a Leyline of the Void too. Holy guacamole. Okay, I wish I actually had a sweeper in my deck. Flash Gorger. Oh, Demilich. That's good. Bradum. Slick Shot is not in my deck. How big is this gonna be, chat? Place your bets. 6 instant sorcery spells cast this turn, so 6, 7, 8, 9. I think 10 counters. 12 counters. Holy shit. So I can't really die next turn. So I should just attack to win the game. No, he'll keep up the Brazil in case of things going bad. Is there not no storm cards in Pioneer? Like a Grape Shot or Empty the Warrens? Crackling Wit? I guess. It's a non-creature spell too. so it gets cheaper with Artist Talent. So yeah, I did made a misplay last turn with the Artist Talent, leveling it, but I guess it paid off big way. Sort of. Play around Flicker. How? This does seem like a win, yes. Oh no, that was a perfect opportunity to grab Yorion and then move to combat and kill my opponent. Not really, I guess. I would need to remove the insect, the last one, but... Seems like... Oh. Maybe both sweepers. The axes seem just kinda bad and they flood the board with plenty of shits. I think I want Spell Pierces so I can bounce the Leyline and then counter it. Maybe even a single negate over a second pieces. Maybe the beacon bolt for the big guys. Or that's fairly inefficient. Yorion Phoenix, is this what Pioneer has finally come to? It certainly came, yeah. We're battling for the 5-0. One more game win and we're 5-0ing and my hand looks good. Opponent leading on a Savai Triumph for the third time. We are ready for anything. ... That's not a creature card. Unless it's FOMO. Okay, for that we were ready. Let's pierce. As Annul, not to fall behind. If I don't fall behind, I'll probably win, right? I think I lead on Shredder. Are we overlording the Mistmoors? You see. Black. Red. Do you think opponent has had space in their deck to fit Fotzies? Or do they just not have space for Fotzies? Think I'll keep the pieces for the next turn to explode. Discarding Brazen Borrower means I don't get to interact necessarily. Or rather, well, I just don't get to interact, so opponent is free to do something impressive after just discarding cards with their Fable. Seems like they're playing under Fable though. And a top land, so that's far from scary. Connive Spheres because I have spells in hand. Well, I will not be holding Negate right now anyways. Wait, I should have discard Adopt, but it's good. It's good. Clumsy play sometimes, but all that matters is that eventually I'll flip a Treasure Cruise and it's gonna be good. FOMO of missing out. Did he discard a Leyline? Could have cast it, I guess it's not too good. We got there. Yorion Phoenix 5-0. How many times did we pop out the Yorion window? 0.